hidden files, sealed programs, experiments that were never meant to surface. Tonight, we uncover dark government experiments captured in real clips and chilling testimonies. Show short clip. Many trace back to whispers like those of a British researcher who claimed buried memories resurfaced. Days before his mysterious death, he sent one final warning. If something happens to me, please investigate. Coincidence or a pattern silenced too often. These cases are ranked from the least disturbing to the most shocking, so stay with us to the very end, because the final experiment isn't just disturbing. It may change how you see reality itself. Number 15. He wasn't a doctor, yet many called him the healer they tried to silence. Known as Alfredo Bowman or Dr. Sebi, he claimed disease was artificial and curable through nature. Using ancestral herbs and an alkaline diet, he said he healed illnesses modern medicine could not. His methods were controversial, but never hidden. Sebi traced his knowledge back to his grandmother and to an herbalist who cured him when doctors failed. In Honduras, he later founded a small nutrition center dedicated to herbal research. Then came the arrest, prison, and a sudden death in custody. Officials called it routine. Followers called it a shutdown. At number 15, this case raises a question. Was he wrong, or was he stopped too early? Number 14. An inventor claimed he broke the rules of energy and paid the price. Stanley Meyer said his car ran on water. Using electrical pulses, he claimed it split molecules into hydrogen and oxygen to power an engine. Scientists called it impossible. A court later ruled it fraudulent. Then, in 1998, during a dinner with investors, Meyer collapsed. Grabbing his throat, he ran outside screaming, "They poisoned me." The official cause was an aneurysm, but doubts never faded. Days later, his prototype vanished. The car, the plans, gone. Years later, it briefly resurfaced in Canada. No explanations, no details. At number 14, the question remains, was it a failed invention or one that threatened the wrong people? Number 13. About a case presented by Max Spiers, the one he claimed was the origin of everything. Spiers said that as a child, he was taken by secret government forces, trained as a super soldier, not for a nation, but for a hidden global power. He claimed time off-world, other dimensions, then a reset. Memories erased, returned to childhood, unaware of what he had been used for. Years later, the memories came back, along with something worse. He said trigger words were planted in his mind, commands buried so deep they could force actions, without his consent. Number 12. Returning again to the cases exposed by Spiers, this one ends in his death. Max Spiers died under unexplained circumstances. Before collapsing, he reportedly vomited a thick black substance. Official explanations were vague, but in UFO circles, another theory emerged. They called it black goo, a substance some believe is a non-human life form. According to these claims, it entered Europe after the Falklands War and has been learning ever since. Number 11. Another of the cases presented by him, this one points to a hidden program. Max Spiers claimed he was part of Project Mannequin, a covert initiative tied to US and UK intelligence. Cloning, behavioral conditioning, mind control, similar to MK Ultra. According to Spiers, subjects were selected young, some with military ties, others taken from society's margins. He said the program operated from a secret underground base beneath Peasmore, Berkshire. A facility never acknowledged and never officially denied. Number 10. Inside facilities linked to Project Mannequin, multiple operations allegedly took place. Remote viewing sessions, intensive conditioning, psychological fragmentation. According to James Casbolt, the goal was extreme, creating remotely activated, mind-controlled assassins. Control, he claimed, was so deep that subjects returned to normal life with no awareness of their role. Casbolt said the program mixed intelligence methods with esoteric systems, numerology, and advanced forms of remote perception. Even names, he claimed, were encoded, including his own. Not as coincidence, but as design. Number 9. After World War II, America made a quiet decision. Through Operation Paperclip, German scientists were brought to the U.S. Officially, they were described as neutral experts, not ideologues, not loyal to the Reich. But during the Cold War, the priority wasn't morality. It was beating the Soviets. Some believe a few of these minds worked in intelligence gray zones where ethics no longer applied. Knowledge was saved at any cost. Number 8. From the shadows of the Philadelphia experiment, Project Montauk emerged. Preston Nichols claimed his visions were recovered, erased memories. Officially, Project Rainbow studied weather control. Unofficially, many believe it continued mind control research. Nichols spoke of the Montauk chair and a secret program using children, trained as so-called PSI warriors, young minds shaped into weapons. If true, this wasn't science. It was experimentation on childhood itself. Number 7. Nichols described the Montauk chair as a device that could read the human mind. By focusing thought, subjects allegedly made objects appear. Pure visualization, made real. Preston Nichols claimed the tech was decades ahead of its time. Some drew eerie parallels to ancient Egypt. Legends speak of a throne used by Ptah, where reality was shaped by thought alone. Myth or forgotten technology. Number 6. The theories grow darker. Researcher David Icke claims reptilian entities feed on negative energy. Fear, anger, violence, hatred. According to Icke, these emotions strengthen them, and in extreme cases, allow possession. Adding weight to these circles, Al Bielek, a physicist by training, supported several related claims. At this level, the experiment isn't physical, it's emotional control. Number 5. Claims of time travel enter intelligence history. Andrew Basiago says the CIA ran time travel experiments using children in the late 1960s. Young minds, he claimed, could handle it better than adults, who often broke psychologically. Basiago even alleged seeing images from the future, including events later known as 9/11. Similar claims came from Michael Relf, who said he served years off-world before memory erasure and age regression. If true, time itself became another test subject. Number 4. Returning to another of the cases presented by Spears. This one happened while he was still speaking out. Max Spears claimed he suffered astral attacks during live radio interviews. Sudden disorientation, confusion, broadcasts abruptly cut short. Critics suggested poisoning, others pointed to something else. In The Biggest Secret, David Icke describes psychic warfare used by elites against rivals and whistleblowers. Cold War researchers believe both the CIA and KGB studied these methods. Figures like Uri Geller were allegedly consulted for influence operations. If Spears was right, the attack wasn't physical. It was invisible. Number 3. A story that terrified the internet. Known as the Russian sleep experiment, it describes a secret Soviet test in the late 1940s. 5 prisoners, a sealed room, an experimental gas meant to keep them awake. Days passed, minds broke, bodies were mutilated. The survivors begged for one thing: never let us sleep again. But here's the truth: no documents, no records, no proof it ever happened. It's horror fiction, so realistic, many believed it was real. Number 2. A coma that wasn't empty. Paul Amadeus Dianash claimed his body fell into a coma in 1922, but his consciousness didn't stay behind. He said he awakened in the year 3096, living inside another man's life. A future human named Andrew Notham. When Dianash recovered, he wrote everything down. Those writings were later given to his student George Papahatsis, who tried to publish them, not as fiction, but as testimony. Number 1. A restricted zone, broken protocols. A group of investigators entered Area 51, where classified experiments allegedly take place. Something went wrong. After violating security procedures, they vanished completely. No records, no explanations. Later, leaked material on the deep web hinted at an unknown creature inside the facility.
What is that? Fall back!
It's coming! Help us!
No confirmation, no denials. Just one question that remains unanswered. What did they encounter inside Area 51?